When you prepare for a new season of anime, you'll likely head over to AniChart or a similar website to decide what you're going to watch. Scrolling down past the headline TV series, you'll find a section that probably goes under your radar 95% of the time, the TV anime shorts. Being only 3 to 15 minutes long per episode, on paper, it doesn't sound like this format can lead to anything extraordinary, and this is further suggested by the lack of decent ratings these shows attract. To be honest, the majority of these shorts are stuff Western anime fans are unlikely to even consider watching, being made for children or just plain weird. With that being said, I insist there are good times to be had with this structure of anime. It certainly has its limitations, but there are examples that do an amazing job breaking these to provide something quite fulfilling. If I had to pick the one genre I think works best for anime shorts, it would have to be comedy. There's a few reasons why, but most notably I think the shorter runtime allows for a gag to run its course without feeling tedious. All good jokes need a punchline, and if it takes 20 plus minutes to deliver this, then the audience might get lost or uninterested before this gets delivered. So with the short anime format, just let the joke span the episode and there's not really a problem. You have a nice self-contained laugh that doesn't get old, and if you don't like it, there's always the next episode. So let's take a look at a short anime comedy going back to 2015's Wakaba Girl. This gem of a series follows the lively interactions of 4 high school girls. Okay, it's not the most unique of setups, but why does it need to be? Its characters are pure energetic fun with personalities that bounce off each other perfectly to provide a very entertaining treat. Granted, it's a treat that only lasts 7 minutes with a full-length opening in each episode, but it wouldn't be nearly as charming otherwise. Take episode 2 of the series. Its whole focus is the cast getting ice cream after school. This is not something you'd want to watch for 20 minutes. However, here, it's genuinely funny to watch Wakaba, the main girl, worry about the problems that may arise that would lead to her being unable to experience this normal high school thing. Wakaba Girl's short runtime allows it to explore mundane situations in a comedic tone, and it does it well. There's no overlying story or big plot developments, and there doesn't need to be. In fact, it'd probably be a negative in this circumstance because it wouldn't have time to flesh this out. Wakaba Girl is sadly a show that kind of plummeted into the abyss after it aired. That's a problem with most short anime, even the good ones are quickly forgotten. That's why it's becoming increasingly common to tie a short TV series to a longer already existing anime, with the most successful example of this being undoubtedly Isekai Quartet. You probably already know what Isekai Quartet is, but in case you don't, like the name suggests, it brings together 4 extremely popular isekai series into a grounded high school setting. You'd think that having 4 different series would put off any viewer that hasn't seen all of them. After all, it will present characters in a way that expects you to be familiar with them. However, myself, and I assume many others, went into this only having seen half of the represented anime, that being Konosuba and Re:Zero. But this fan service explosion is still really enjoyable regardless. In fact, I found myself laughing at jokes from characters whose shows I haven't seen. The main appeal of Isekai Quartet is watching the absurdity that arises from placing characters from fantasy worlds into a realistic setting, with episode setups being stuff like preparing for a school festival or competing in a sports event. These are enjoyable because it's not something we'd get to see in their main series. Furthermore, it's one gigantic collaboration. So many lovable characters and lovable seiyus coming together is just great to experience. Of course, it definitely helps that these are characters we recognise. They already have established quirks, meaning the show can focus on the interactions between its cast rather than building its characters. Personally, I think the show did a great job to capture the personality and look of each character, even though they come from series with vastly different art styles. Overall, it's a good time, and an easy recommendation regardless of if you've seen all 4 isekais or not. That's 2 of the best comedy TV shorts. Like I said, comedy is the most popular category for this format, but that doesn't mean there aren't great examples of other genres. Possibly my favourite being Yama No Susume. This slice of life series is pure bliss, showing better than any other that you don't need full TV show length to have an impact. The tale follows 2 polar opposite friends who reunite after becoming separated, setting the goal of climbing mountains to rediscover the sunrise they saw when they were younger. The first season is just 3 minutes an episode, yet feels completely substantial. It does this by breaking various conventions for short-length anime, including providing some meaningful development to its lead characters. For example, Aoi starts off the series as a timid girl who gradually learns to appreciate the outdoors again after becoming disengaged from it, becoming slowly more outgoing as a result. I get a feeling the show wanted to encourage a similar feeling for the audience, or at the very least tries to make you gain a stronger appreciation for mountaineering. It's an activity that can lead to some breathtaking experiences, and Yama No Susume conveys this admirably. Everything from the visual aesthetic through to the character animation is stellar for this series. It's cute and absolutely worthwhile. It's fair to say that the TV shorts I've mentioned in this video are all anime people would consider some of the best of the format. I'm not trying to claim that all or even most TV shorts are worthwhile. Some are truly awful. But here's the thing, considering all the restrictions of a short runtime, it's quite surprising that there's actually any decent stuff out there. With that being the case, why overlook the format as a whole? Some might argue that with such short runtimes, it's hard to take anything noteworthy away from them, but I say it's the challenge of that which drives them to find creative solutions. Furthermore, you find premises that are so unique, bizarre, or just in general things you'll never get to see elsewhere. For me, that's the charm of short TV anime. But most importantly, no matter how busy you find yourself, you'll always have time to watch cute girls climb mountains for a few minutes. I've been Russ, and have a great night or day.